Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Century Countess. Yes, I sound a little tired. I had a little bit of sleep deprivity last night. I do not know why. My sleep schedule has been very off the chart. I believe, gotten 7 to 8 hours, but I wake up exhausted. I don't know why. I don't feel depressed. I'll get this ounce of energy. I don't think it's my vitamin D because I've been taking a new medication with a pretty good amount of milligrams in raising it. I don't know if it's because, I take it once a month because that's how powerful it is. And I don't know if the effect is the change of the energy. I don't know if it's a change of the weather. But I just feel tired, and it's also probably because of the present drama that's going on. So, as you guys know, I had to say goodbye to my clinician. They have, I'm trying to figure out. So, the type of clinician I get, I have one that's, I don't want to say training, but it's their next step before they become the big deal, that type of situation. And when their 1 year thing is up, they move on to become a full on whatever. And normally I'm so tired, you guys, and normally I immediately get a new one within 2 weeks or less. Well, it's been more than 2 weeks, and this always seems to happen when a stressful situation is approaching. As you guys know, I had to get a restraining order back in 2018 against somebody who became controlling, who did not understand the word no, and when I finally ended the friendship, when somebody said, give them a call, like it's already been Thanksgiving, they probably have no one, give them a call. The moment I call them, they say, oh good, I'm glad you called. I called Adult Human Services, you need to tell them this, you need to tell them that, of the abuse. And so they have it in their head, and I'm telling you the honest truth, they've used stuff from when I was 16 years old, exaggerated it into incidents that have happened with my current source of friends, who are not toxic, by the way, and also have manifested some sort of fate in their head that they're my savior. I don't know what gave them that idea, but I got a restraining order. COVID happened, all was well, but then when things started to kind of calm down, places were opening up, we didn't have to stay in quarantine, the appeals started, and we're talking about insane stuff that made no sense, proof that they were unhinged. They always got rejected every damn time, but they continued. Then they called adult services on me again, more bullshit, more stress. Nothing became of it, but we did let the last person who called know who it might have been. They couldn't verify it was that person, but I'm hoping, their number has been barred, etc., 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 you know what I mean? So, I don't want to say too much detail, but my advocate at the time is no longer my advocate for many reasons, both medical and personal. And I'm not going to go into that because that's their personal privacy. But, so, my clinicians from the past have helped. They've kept the info from these past retaliations, these loopholes, these little lovely appeal things just to prove their insanity. I'm not going to discuss what our plan is because who knows? That person might be watching. That person might be watching and taking notes to continue their insanity. So I can't go into too much detail, except I'm waiting for my next commission. I've already called again today because I haven't heard back since I called Monday. it's the same. And then it was explained to me that I'm not the only one that's been kind of left in the back burner. They kind of explain, yeah, there's a situation, yada yada, and a couple of people are kind of on hold. Not good, but the lady said that they'll let the head person know what's going on. I even told them about I even mentioned the person that sat in, because every clinician that I've had, every last session, there's always somebody that would sit down and, kind of observe. And then next thing you know, they're my new clinician. So there was a new clinician. Normally, I don't like male clinicians, but I'm willing to give this one the benefit of the doubt. And my hair looks like shit, you guys. At least I haven't gone too overboard with my own, insanities to not care about myself. But yeah, I think that's what's been affecting my energy, and that's why my sleep deprivity has changed, because I have to, I need, and normally I should talk to my clinician about this stuff, but there hasn't been a clinician, so I'm just sharing that. I'm just venting to you guys my frustration. Now, more situations. So, as you guys know, I've mentioned it a few times in my my latest videos about a new neighbor incident. So this lady, I don't associate with this person because here's what's been going on. They have a son who has assaulted them more than once. Police has been called. That son has been barred, but she still sneaks them in. They decide to assault her some more, and then they're calling for help, and police are called, yada yada. So I don't want to associate with that. She has a cat. Okay, cool. She has a cat. She wants her cat to meet my cat, and she has been pleading to meet my cat. She has gone as far as sit in the hallways, playing on her phone. People have said that she knows a way to tap into Wi-Fi. I don't know if that's true. There has been times where my Wi-Fi has started to kind of glitch out, and then I'll be taking out the trash when it happens. So while I'm waiting for it to unbuffer, she's out there on her little phone or her little tablet. So I don't know. It could be true. It could not be true. But we're not going into that. All I know is that whenever I go out, she's pleading, wanting our animals to meet. I'm not interested. I decline very politely, and I'm on the verge of telling her why. I'm flat out ready to say, great, your cat's sweet, it's nice, but I've heard some stories about your situation. I don't want to get involved in that. If the situation is stable, and if you ever stabilize the situation, yada yada yada, maybe I might consider it. But from what I've heard, I don't want to risk my animal with what your situation is, and I don't want to do that, because normally when that happens, they get triggered, they go off, and then next thing you know, they start a campaign against me, and then it ends up with chaos. So it's like, you tell that, they ask for it, you give them the answer, they freak out, and then they go into mega destructive mode because, bullshit. I've seen somebody assault somebody brutally and bash their skull in over a remote rental at the old building that I used to stay in. If you want to watch TV in a public room, you have to sign out the remote. This man got mad because he didn't get the remote in time, and there was 3 people who got the remote before him. Third time, he got so mad he assaulted the person over the remote because he felt like he had the right. He kept saying he was waiting all day because he wanted to watch TV. His roommate wouldn't let him. He blamed it all on this guy who, very innocent, didn't know his situation, was just renting out the road. He was there first. He had the right to rent it out. So, yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. Which is why I am waiting for the call when I move. I would like to move. I have kept up to date with my move list. I won't say where I'm moving. Just in case, like I said, just in case my stalker, the person that I got the restraining order against, is listening. Because I wouldn't be surprised. Because some of the information that they mentioned to the, whatever it was, the last crazy phone call of an assumption, it was, I suspect they're watching me. I really think they're watching me. They have some loopholes. I mean, that's what, I hate sounding paranoid, you guys. I hate sounding paranoid. But it's like, how are they knowing this information? How are they accusing me? They have to be watching me, or they have somebody watching me. So, I'm hoping to move. And here's the thing. If they find out where I move, that's evidence enough. Because if I don't say anything of where I'm moving, and I get notifications and shit from my new place, that's evidence enough. So if you're listening, you son of a bitch, your loopholes are done. You're literally loopholes. You may have loopholes, but some of those loopholes can be traps, buddy. And all I can say is, I don't want to have anything to do with you. You need to leave me alone. You're toxic. I don't want anything to do with you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If you're watching this, leave me alone. So, but anyway, we might do a video later on. We just uploaded the new audio story of Rose Hall. We are in the middle of working on the next chapter. Also, the Queen Amidala costume is almost done. We have both sleeves done. All we have to do is sew the sleeves to the body of the costume, and it will be complete. We are almost there, but the thought of it, because sleeves are easy. I love making sleeves. Sometimes they can be fun. Sometimes they'd be a little complicated. But the one thing, for some reason, that I hate is having to sew them on, because I don't know. Some reason when I think I have it right, it's wrong. So, fingers crossed. And super fingers crossed that the armholes are not too short or not too wide. Otherwise, we'll have more complications. So yeah, that's my rant for today. Thank you for listening. I apologize. This is not a happy video, but it's just, when things are not going well and you have no one to talk to, it's always good just to get it out. You know what I mean? So anyway, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.